President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a meeting with Prime Minister Sharif Ismail, Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy, Mohammed Shakir, and Head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, Kamil al-Wazir. After the meeting, presidential spokesman Alaa Yusuf said that the Minister of Electricity reviewed the outcome of his latest visit to Russia, during which he met with a number of high-ranking Russian officials. The talks covered the latest developments regarding the establishment of Dabaa nuclear plant. The minister affirmed that his meetings were fruitful and that negotiations over the contracts of the project are in their final phase. Shakir also discussed the ministry's plans to establish a number of renewable energy projects to enhance the energy production to increase the capacity of renewable energy to 20% by 2022. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a meeting with Minister of Defense General Sidqi Subhi for talks on the latest developments on the security and military fields. The talks covered efforts to fight terrorism and secure the sea and land borders. The minister reviewed the outcome of his latest visit to France, during which the French warship was delivered to Egypt. During the meeting, the president stressed on the importance of boosting the armed forces' capabilities to face the challenges in light of the current regional circumstances. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was sworn into office on the 8th of June 2014. In the first 2 years in office, the president launched a number of mega national projects with the aim of improving the country's infrastructure and serving low-income earners. More details in the following report.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was sworn into office on the 8th of June 2014. The event was marked with festivals held nationwide as el-Sisi took the oath in the Supreme Constitutional Court. Addressing a ceremony in Al-Qubba Palace, President el-Sisi gave a speech before 1,200 attendees representing different spectra of the Egyptian people, presenting the problems facing Egypt and his plan, saying, in its next phase, Egypt will witness a total rise on both internal and external fronts to compensate what we have missed and correct the mistakes of the past. In the first 2 years of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's term in office, a number of national projects were launched with the aim of improving the country's infrastructure and serving low-income earners. Under the projects initiated by President el-Sisi, Egypt's current production of electricity will be doubled, the freshwater supply will increase by an additional 7 billion cubic meters through desalination stations, and an affordable housing project with new 50,000 housing units for slum residents will be concluded. 2 large fish farms in Kafr Sheikh and Port Said are planned to be opened in August and October respectively, adding that the total cost of all new national projects is estimated at around 1.04 trillion Egyptian pounds. In August 2014, President el-Sisi initiated a new Suez Canal, which doubles the capacity of the existing canal from 49 to 97 ships a day, with the aim of increasing the revenue by 259%. The project cost around 60 billion Egyptian pounds and was fast-tracked over a year. Sisi insisted funding come from Egyptian sources only. The new canal was inaugurated on a schedule on the 6th of August 2015. Sisi also introduced the Suez Canal Area Development Project, which would involve development of 5 new seaports in 3 provinces surrounding the canal. A new industrial zone west of the Gulf of Suez, economic zones around the waterways, 7 new tunnels between Sinai and the Egyptian homeland, building new Ismailia city, huge fish farms, and a technology valley. In a serious step towards the restoration of Egypt's status as a major agricultural state and achieve self-sufficiency from crops, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi launched from Farafra in December 2014 the 1.5 million Fadan project, another mega national project. The 1.5 million Fadan project aims at filling the food gap, rationalizing food imports, and setting up new agricultural communities that provide thousands of jobs for young people. Sisi also started the National Road Project, which involves building a road network of more than 4,400 kilometers and uses 104 acres of land. An ambitious plan to build a new city near Cairo to serve as the country's new administrative capital was announced during Egypt's Economic Development Conference. Located east of Cairo, approximately midway between Cairo and Suez, this proposed new administrative capital of Egypt is intended to reduce population pressures from the Greater Cairo area.
Prime Minister Sharif Ismail formed a committee tasked with following up with the national projects. The committee will comprise Assistant Secretary General of the Cabinet for National Projects, Assistant Housing Minister for Public Services, Assistant Housing Minister for Slum Areas, Assistant Health Minister and an Assistant Education Minister, Assistant Irrigation Minister and Assistant Transportation Minister, as well as Assistant Youth Minister. The committee will also be tasked with following up with all the current projects in various development fields such as housing, drinking water, sewage, education, roads and water resources. Cairo court took looks on Tuesday into the case of former head of the Central Auditing Organization, Councillor Hisham Ginena. Ginena was accused of spreading false news after a newspaper quoted him in December as saying corruption cost the country 600 billion Egyptian pounds in 2015. Investigations into the report showed that they included incidents that dated back to 2012. It also included errors in calculations. Ginena was dismissed in March after a commission investigated his report, concluding that Ginena had misled the public.